Hello! Welcome back.
Hey!
Today we are going to do a series review
Indeed.
for Lord of the Rings.
Boom! I'm Jessica.
I'm Christeena.
And you're watching
Game of Tomes.
Here is Christeena's beautiful editions of the books, starting with The Hobbit. Let's just look at this one, because I just think these are so
Yeah,
pretty.
that one's my favorite.
And,
well,
oh, it's your favorite book out of the series? Is that what you mean? Or favorite book?
just color.
Aesthetically.
But I also really like the yellow one as well. So.
Yeah. Beautiful. How much were these?
$30.
$30?
Possibly.
That's pretty boss.
$28.99 on Amazon.
Dang.
Free 2-day shipping with Prime, y'all.
What?
Yep, $30 for all four.
Yeah.
Includes The Hobbit.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Good job.
Thank you. Okay, so I think as a series,
Yeah.
my rating for it as a whole,
Mhm.
not counting The Hobbit. Well, yeah, count The Hobbit, I guess, if you want. Probably 4.5 stars.
Oh.
Or 4 stars.
Yeah. 4 stars?
Yeah.
You did say 4 stars before.
Okay, did I say 4 stars? 4
Yeah.
stars.
Okay, I give it 4.5 stars.
Well, I know, and I think I gave the first one 3 stars. So, I just, it took me a little bit to get into it. I love the second book. I know a lot of people say that
The Two
that
Towers.
one's their favorite.
Yeah.
And that one was definitely my favorite.
That was probably my favorite too, and I also really, really enjoyed The Return of the King.
I did too, yeah.
A lot. I like the Fellowship of the Rings and I like the Hobbit, but they weren't my favorite, and I think part of that reason is for Fellowship, and there were some great parts in it that I really enjoyed, but sometimes when Tolkien goes on a journey, he tells you about every day.
Yes.
And he talks about the terrain.
All the surroundings.
And it can be very dry.
Yeah.
But then the action happens and you're like, ooh, yeah, cool.
Yeah.
And then sometimes it'll go way back in time. And that's cool too. Like, as far as like where everything came from and how things came to be this way. And it's awesome, but at the same time he can go overboard with like names and stuff that you don't need for the story at all.
I think that was probably my main two complaints, was that the name, I loved like the folklore and things like that.
Awesome.
But the names and the places, there was just so much information that I had a really hard time keeping everything straight, because I had never seen the movies.
That's another thing. I grew up watching these movies and loving them. They are my favorite movies of all time.
Right.
And this is the first time I've read this series. And I think I, as someone who can picture everything that's happening and already have a basis for, you know,
what's going on.
What's going on and who's who and what's what.
Right.
I was able to, I think, enjoy it more than I would have if, say, I hadn't watched the movies before.
Yeah, I think if I had seen the movies beforehand, it would be easier for me and I would have enjoyed it more. And it just, that combined with so much description about the terrain. And just like walking, which is great, but it was just like that dry. And so the first book for me, I was just like, whew, because there was just so much stuff. And I was just like, really worried. When it came up to read the second book, we buddy read it with Sue over at Restricted Section. We'll link their channel below. You should check them out. They're really cool, Sue and Meg. And
y'all know them.
So when it came up time to like read the next book, I was like, oh, I kind of don't want to. Like, I didn't really feel up to it. But then, you know, buddy reading is good in that, like, it forces you. I mean, doesn't force you, but pushes
motivates you.
Yeah. And then I started the second book, and I was like, loved it.
It was so good.
It was so good.
And there was none of that dry traveling stuff that would bog down the first book.
I agree. And I think if I didn't buddy read it, I wouldn't have continued it. And I'm really glad that it did, because obviously it's a really good series.
It's an awesome series.
And I know a lot of people, I know there are people out there who may feel intimidated because of the first book. Is that dry? And hopefully maybe we can encourage some of you to continue on with it and just know that, like, the next ones aren't quite like that.
No.
You know?
Yeah. I wanted to add, when you said that it motivated you to continue on with the series. Two other times in my life have I picked up the Fellowship of the Rings and then put it down and not picked it up again until now. And I'm so glad I did. And I feel like a real Tolkien fan, okay? Because I haven't read the books now. And I was telling my husband the other night, I said, I just feel so cool because I read these books. He said, what? I liked you before you were cool or something. That was so funny.
Yeah, you're like a bona fide.
Yeah.
Because like, people who are true Lord of the Ring fans, I feel like they would go, have you read the books though?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
And now you can go, yeah.
Yeah. Speaking of which, we've talked about reading this Silmarillion.
Yeah.
It intimidates me so bad.
I was going to say the same thing. I'm a little
I picked
scared.
it up. My husband and I went on a date last night, and we stopped by Books A Million, and I picked up the Silmarillion. I didn't buy it. I picked it up and held it in my hand, and read the first sentence, and I was like, this book is going to be hard to read, but I want to do it.
Yeah. I'm going to try to do it.
Yeah.
I'm going to attempt to do it.
Yeah.
But also, like, I might DNF it. I'm going to try not to, but if it's that
super
dry, I can't do it.
Yeah.
I kind of, like, zone out a lot when things get like that.
Dry.
And, then I just have to go back and read it again, and that's not fun.
No.
No. So
no, if you've read the Silmarillion,
let us know.
And you want to tell us about it, that's cool. Like,
Yeah.
let us know what you thought about it.
Yeah.
I want to know.
Like, I would like to know if it would be worth it. You know what I mean?
Yeah. I freaking loved this series so much, and I fell more in love with this movies than I did before. I do like the movies better.
Yeah.
I feel bad saying that, but I do. And that's part of, like, I grew up watching them, and they mean a lot to me. And I feel like I understand them better now.
Yeah.
And that's really cool. And I feel super awesome having them under my belt now. And so I kind of want to be able to say, yeah, I've read this Silmarillion.
Yeah.
It got fuzzy again. So, we plan on watching the movies together. We watched the 3 Hobbit movies together.
Yeah.
Except for the last one, but whatever. We did watch it, though. Which were excellent.
Yeah, yes. I enjoyed the book.
Yeah.
But I did prefer the movies.
Yeah, me too.
Yeah.
I really, really like the movies. I like everything that they added in there.
I do too.
And, I don't even mind, that there was a lot of things happened in The Hobbit. It was like one thing after another after another.
And it was kind of condensed.
It was very condensed, and they brought it to full glory in the movies, and I really appreciated that, and I think it deserved 3 movies, which is weird to think with such a small book.
Yeah.
But,
there was a lot of stuff that happened.
Yeah.
I was happy with that they expanded on everything. I didn't really feel like they threw in stuff of their own. I felt more like they just expanded on it. And I thought that was really nice.
I agree.
Yeah.
Totally.
So I'm super excited to watch the movies with Jessica because I live under a rock and I've never seen them.
Yeah.
And
we've been talking about doing a discussion after we watch the movies together.
Yeah.
And like a spoilery, we've talk about and compare a little bit.
Yeah.
So we'll see if that happens. I don't know.
Yeah.
The Hobbit, what'd you give it?
3 stars.
I gave it 4 stars. The Fellowship of the Ring.
3.5.
4.
Nice.
The Two Towers.
4.5.
4.5.
Nice.
The Return of the King.
4.
5.
Nice.
Yahoo!
I said nice after every single one. Nice.
I don't know if The Two Towers or Return of the King is my favorite, but
Two Towers definitely mine.
I love The Two Towers, and I love Return of the King. So overall, awesome possum series.
Yes, yeah. So hopefully, if you've been debating on maybe to pick them up, maybe if they're for you or not, definitely try and stick it out and give it a chance.
Yeah,
I would recommend.
All right, cool. Thanks for watching our video. You should come be our friends and check out our social media links there in the description below.
And we hope you're reading a good book.
Bye.
Bye. Nice. Nice. Nice.